Hello, my name is Bryce Behrman. I am the colorist and I work in post-production at Agálmata Creative House. I'm gonna talk a little bit about the color that we did for Parte by Andy Rivero. There's basically two parts. There's the part where he's at the table with all the masked people around him, and that cuts to single shots of him. And then the second part is sort of this dream sequence of him inside of these ruins. So what we did for the first part is something very simple. We just kind of made it look like this. We added some basic exposure adjustments. I added a LUT from RE log C to Rec 709, then made some color adjustments to make it a little bit more green and filmic, and then some more color adjustments here. Added a bit of a glow to the candles, and then a little bit more adjustments to the face, and some abstraction right here, and then ultimately just a little bit of film grain and darkened the corners a bit with some power windows. And then for the second part, the dream sequence, this is how it looked raw. It's basically what we needed. After the compositors put Andy in there, they made it black and white. I just kind of styled it up a little bit. Did some exposure adjustments. Added just tiny tint of blue, and made some more exposure adjustments so that the highlights aren't too blown out. Made some glow and abstraction right there, and added some film grain. For the film grain, we just used a 16mm camera film at about half, and made it very subtle. And I added some light over it, some film kind of movement to make it look a little bit older. This is the before, and this is the after right here. So what I did was basically kind of take the highlights, bring them down, and then I added a little bit of a blue tint, and added film grain, made it just kind of look a little bit more rustic, a little more stylized. It was a very simple video to color, but that's about it. For the Portal cover, I had taken some pictures of Andy on the set that day they shot the video. Here is the cover that we have right now. The idea was to take this picture, which is kind of vague. It's Andy in motion on a slow shutter speed. And then what I did was I added a hole on top. This hole I made as an experiment when I was playing with some old film, and I was making some burns inside of the film, and then I scanned it, and I got this. And I added it on top because in the song he talks about going through a mirror and as a portal. And I was thinking, well, we could put maybe a hole on top of him, or we could put something is kind of vague, but you could also like go through. So yeah, that's what we did for this. And then we used kind of a blue font just to kind of keep in tone with the kind of cooler color of the video. And yeah, that's basically it for the cover.